Hello everybody, so welcome again to Billy's Kitchen. I know you were really amazed at the Weetabix that I did and the history of it all. I've been slaving ever since then to provide food for my family, and so I thought I'd have a day off today. So today I've got a guest who's going to come and show us how to do some stuff.
Good afternoon folks. I thought that we would have a wee change from Billy today and that I would show you something special. I don't know about you, but I am really missing coming to church. I'm missing seeing all of you, and I'm particularly missing it at this time of year as the Easter celebrations approach. I thought that we would normally be enjoying our Easter breakfast, which I really look forward to, and tradition is out this year. Mark and Liz and Alf and Joyce before them did a fantastic Easter breakfast, which I'm sure not only myself but many of you who are watching will be missing dearly. So I thought what I would do is for Easter Sunday, I would do a take on a breakfast, and I think you're going to be really glad to know that no Weetabix is involved. But what we are going to use is we're going to use some traditional porridge oats, beautiful porridge oats, healthy porridge oats. And what I'm going to show you how to make is some magic pancakes. Okay, so here we go with the magic pancakes. We need 40 grams of porridge oats, any type of porridge oats at all. And what I'm going to do, you don't have to do this, but I prefer to do it. You can use the porridge oats as they are, the 40 grams, but I am going to put them in a little blender and give them a short blitz, okay? If you just bear with me, I'm about to do that now. That's all it takes. It just makes them a bit finer, and I'm going to put the blitzed porridge oats into a bowl. If you don't have a blitzer or a little blender, you don't have to do that. Into that bowl, I'm also going to put a tiny little bit of sweetener, okay, just to make them a little bit sweeter, just about half a teaspoonful. Now, I am missing an ingredient, but to be truthful, you can improvise in the kitchen. I'm missing some baking powder, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm going to get on with the recipe. After that, so you've got your 40 grams of porridge oats, blitzed if you want. I am then going to add 150 grams of fat-free, it doesn't have to be fat-free, I like the fat-free natural yogurt. Okay, the natural yogurt goes in. While I'm doing this, just to save time, I'm going to heat my pan, a nice pan with a couple of little squirts of fat, okay, or oil, just to prevent the magic pancakes from sticking. I then am going to add one egg. I've already beaten this egg, okay, the egg is all ready. I'm going to continue to beat the egg and add that to the 40 grams, the 150 grams of natural yogurt, and the one egg. If you have any baking powder, just a small pinch. If you don't have any baking powder, forget it. It's just to help them rise slightly. What you're going to then do is combine all that mixture. Okay, combine that mixture. Very easy recipe. Anybody could do it. Children could do it. Children, you could do it for your parents' breakfast. Husbands, you could do it for your wife's breakfast and give them a bit of a break. And I may even do it for Billy's breakfast. So you combine that until it looks quite thick, okay? My pan is heating, and what I'm going to do, this one mixture makes 4 pancakes. I'm going to put just rounds into my pan, okay, into my pan. 1, 2, it makes about 4 decent sized pancakes. Actually, I think I'm going to make 3. Okay, I'm going to do 3 pancakes. but it should do 4. I'm doing rather large ones. So you put it on a heat, clear your bowl, okay, get that on and slowly let that cook. Okay. Oh, I think I need a wee cup of tea now. Okay. Don't cook them too quickly, okay, just let them cook. I've made large ones, obviously that will take a little bit longer, but the secret is not to flip them over too soon. Let them cook. The oats are quite dense, and I just think this is a healthy breakfast. It's filling, it's nutritious, and it's full of roughage, and we all know how good roughage is for us and what roughage does in our body. So just let that cook. I'm afraid I can't hurry this process because I don't want to burn them. Can't hurry this process too much. I'll just put the scales away. Obviously, if you had a little bit of baking powder in it, it would help in it would help them to rise. But truthful, I'm not too worried about that. You could, I have used natural Greek fat-free yogurt, but you could use natural fact any type of yogurt at all. I also have to say, for ladies and gents who are watching their weight, this is actually a Slimming World recipe, and the whole thing is perfectly free if you follow the instructions using the fat-free yogurt, and you are only using one of your B choices, and that's your that's your 40 grams of oats. Right, I think these are looking quite good, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my little implement, my little fish slice, underneath them, and I'm just gently going to flip and give them a pat and say well done. That's one. Number 2, just be careful not to flip them too soon, because if they haven't started to cook underneath, the flip will not be successful. The mixture will topple out, and it just will not work. Number 2, well done. So what we're doing is we've cooked them from the bottom up, and we're now just going to put them in the other side and gently let them cook. I don't want this video to be too long, but I'm going to have these for my lunch afterwards, so this is not a practice. This is my lunch. So this is number 3. Well done. They have all turned beautifully, if you can see them. And just in a variation in this, if you don't put sugar in them, you could in actual fact maybe put some cheese and onion on these once they're cooked, once they're ready as pancakes. You could put some cheese, some onion, toast them under the grill, whatever. They're actually rising. This larger one is actually rising quite nicely even without the baking powder. As I say, I can't rush this bit, folks. We're just going to have to wait, because the last thing you want is for them to be cooked on both sides but raw in the middle. While they're cooking, I'm just going to get my plate, my serving plate, which I have prepared earlier. I've looked out. Okay. Just let these cook. A couple of minutes each side. Just make sure they're cooked through. I'm going to give these just a little boost up. And just wash my hands because I've touched my nose. And in this current climate, hygiene is of utmost importance, and it's important to keep your hands away from your face, your eyes and your nose. I would say these are ready. Okay, what I'm now going to do is I'm now going to serve these onto my plate. 1, 2, 3 gorgeous pancakes. I am then going to Decorate with some more fat-free yogurt. This time it has a bit of coconut in it. There's a hint of coconut, but it's fat-free from good old Aldi. I have an assortment of mixed fruit here, which has been frozen. You can use fresh, you can use any combination you like. A little sprig of mint from the garden, because I do like a garnish. And to finish off, oh, where is it? I know. A tiny bit of icing sugar over the pancakes, over the fruit, and hey presto, that's your magic pancakes.
So there you go, folks. Billy's Kitchen. What you have to remember is it took me 3 years to teach Karen how to do that. I'm hopefully going to be teaching her other things as the weeks go on. So please feel to join us for another Billy's Kitchen. Enjoy.